So guys, Joshua Buatsi destroys Quinlan. I think most of us know Quinlan from the Eubank performance. Eubank went 10 rounds with him, and Joshua Buatsi destroyed him in a round. It was probably a bit unfortunate, you know. Quinlan got hit when the referee said break, and he got caught with a shot, and I don't think he recovered. But I just think Buatsi, as soon as he came out, he looked in a different class. This kid's a very, very good fighter, a very special talent. And I think Joshua Buatsi could go all the way. I think he's a very, very good fighter. The way he just dismantled Quinlan, and not even before that, Quinlan looked a bit. Buatsi's power looked like it was troubling him. You know, it had him, you know, wobbled a little bit when he caught him with a shot, and I was like, whoa, this guy's got serious power. Buatsi's got serious power, but let's not forget Quinlan's come up from super middleweight, so he's not a natural light heavyweight. Froch was saying on the commentary that he looks a bit fleshy, so you've got to take that into consideration, that this isn't a natural light heavyweight. It's a super middleweight that's pumped up to light heavyweight. I think that performance was what it was. He destroyed Quinlan. It was impressive, the fact that Eubank went 10 rounds with him and he got him out of there in the first round. So obviously Joshua Buatsi's moving at a very fast pace. He looks, most people think that he's the most impressive talent, not just in Britain but in world boxing. He's that good. I do think that there's still got to be a bit more stiffer tests. Apparently Anthony Yarde is going to be stepping it up with Sullivan Barrera, which is going to be not an easy fight for him, and that'll be a great test. I do think Joshua Buatsi now in 2019, we need to see him step up as well. Ideally, I want to see him fight Anthony Yarde. I think that's a great fight. That's a great fight. I think that's a super fight. Even at this such early stage of their careers, I genuinely do think that it'll be a great fight. But I think the problem is with Joshua Buatsi, Yarde, and guys like that. You know, the world scene at light heavyweight is banging, and when I mean banging, I mean there's some serious fighters in the light heavyweight division at world level. There's some ridiculously good talent, and it's going to be very hard to win a world title. Joshua Buatsi and Anthony Yarde are good enough to go all the way, and especially Joshua Buatsi with his amateur pedigree. But the guys that are holding the world titles at the minute, they look like beasts. They're absolute beasts. Bivol, Berterbiev, the guy that beat Kovalev, I can't think of what was his name? Is it? Oh, I forgot the guy's name that beat Kovalev, but he's a great fighter as well. And there's some serious talent in the light heavyweight division. It's not an easy division by any stretch. So to win a world title is not easy. Paulie Malignaggi was saying the other day as well, Joshua Buatsi is probably one of the hot prospects, not just in British boxing, in world boxing, but the light heavyweight division is stacked, and it's not an easy division for anybody to win a world title. I do think that Joshua Buatsi is not ready for a world title shot yet. He's still, in my opinion, probably 4, 5, 6 fights away yet. I do think now challenging for a world title, especially if you've got good amateur pedigree like Buatsi's got, I do think that, you know, challenging for a world title, you don't have to be in your 25th or 30th fight. You can jump in now into 17th, 18th fight, especially if you've got great amateur pedigree like a Buatsi. I think Yarde didn't have that extensive amateur background, so that's why they took it easy with Yarde. But I do think Yarde's got to the point where he's beating up the guys easy, the guys that he's facing. So he needs to step it up, Yarde, and I think Yarde is doing that with Barrera, and I think Buatsi will step up next year as well. It'll be great to see who Buatsi steps up against, but it's one of those where, you know, Eddie Hearn's trying to build these guys, and or Buatsi, Yarde's with Warren, but Eddie Hearn's trying to build up Buatsi, and he doesn't want to put him in the deep end and him get beat, and then the fighter loses his confidence. You're building up like a star, that star, you know, diminishes, and it's a case where you've got to take it very easy, because he's still like I said early on in his career, and there's no rush. He's young, there's no rush, but the problem is it's hard finding opponents, because the guy's dismantling all these guys, and public want to see the man in a test now, and I think because he's dismantling all these guys so emphatically, I think he's gonna have to be put into a fight where, you know, there's a chance where he could lose. And that's risky at this point in this stage in his career. But I think now with boxing, I think what you're gonna see is you're gonna see fighters, especially with with an extensive amateur background like a Buatsi jumping in early on in their career into big fights, because I think the game's changed now. It's no longer 25, 30 fights before you fight for a world title. People want to see things happen quickly, especially if you're beating these guys in a round and beating them emphatically. It's time for you to step up to that next level. And I think Buatsi's ready to step up and fight someone like a Barrera. The guys just below the world title level, or even a Callum Johnson fight in a 1 or 2 fights could be a great fight. A dangerous fight, because Callum Johnson's a very good fighter, but a fight that I would want to see. But leave your thoughts, guys, about Joshua Buatsi. Who would you like to see Joshua Buatsi fight next? And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.